This is seriously hands down one of the best games I have seen in recent years. Manchester United 2, Spurs 0. Let's go. Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan, Malaysia. If you're new to our channel, do the usual stuff. Please like our videos. Please share our videos. Comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Jai.
Come on lah. Dan kita mempunyai Telegram untuk menceritakan tentang Manchester United dan tentang sesiapa sahaja rival-rival kita dekat dalam tu, kita boleh bercerita kat dalam tu. Dan kita juga ada aktiviti-aktiviti selain daripada bercerita. Kita ada aktiviti di luar, futsal, bola padang dan anything. So jangan lupa join our Telegram.
Okay, today's episode, right, there are so many positive things to actually talk about lah. Okay, actually, I was actually hoping, Doc, to be honest, right, this was the 500 game that David De Gea actually played for us lah. Unfortunately, it's 501 lah, right, 501. But then it would have been awesome lah if he actually performed this way and he got his gloves and whatever kit with the 500 number or whatever it is lah. Okay, so okay, let's start with the main player that day. Played yesterday. Okay, that day I kecam habis-habisan. Okay, let's talk about Fred. All right, this time around he's fantastic. Okay, I think Doc, of all the panelists that day, right, and then in our group and whatnot, right, you are the one who actually kind of like gave some positive feedbacks on Fred when we played against Newcastle that day, right? Okay, so what's your take on Fred's and our midfield in general yesterday?
Oh, fantastic lah. I think this is one of the best midfield performances from a midfield pair I've seen in quite some time lah. I mean, we used to make Fred, which obviously didn't work, but yesterday I thought, and I've been a bit critical of Casemiro in some of the games, but I thought yesterday he had a magnificent game defensively, and then he also had some shots on goal. He also set the tone going forward, and Fred, you're right, was fantastic. You know, suddenly we saw some Brazilian skills all coming out, beating people in the byline and all, right? But fantastic performance from Fred. I just hope they can keep it up lah. I mean, they looked good yesterday. They really dominated, and Spurs strengthened their midfield, right? Playing with three in midfield, and they were, I thought, they were outplayed.
Bissouma somehow, you know, I mean, the player that we actually wanted when we talk about defensive midfield, he can boss the midfield around and whatnot. So, Jai, I nak tanya, because semalam bila I tengok game tu semalam kan, I start first 10 minit, I macam, kita tengah kawal midfield tu, kita boleh kawal midfield tu. So, I pun ada tanya kat group, pendapat you semalam, right, kebanyakan game semalam tu, kita main bagus ke atau Spurs memang hancur lah cara dia orang main?
Kita main bagus lah. Kita boleh nampak semua dalam tu mempunyai peranan dan kerja, dia membuat kerja dia orang dengan bagus. So pada kita nampak ada peningkatan by peningkatan yang kita nampak daripada segi positioning, daripada segi player bekerja dengan keras, dan paling kita nampak defend kita yang sangat solid. Sebab bila defend kita yang sangat solid, jadi semua positioning akan bekerja dengan baik lah. Sebab dia develop daripada position defend yang sangat bagus. Sorry to say lah, kalau tadi ada soalan tentang Fred kan. Fred tu sebenarnya I tak kenal lah. I rasa macam dah kena jual lah Fred tu. So
adik kembar
dia. So pada bila back four kita solid, midfield kita buat kerja, macam Casemiro buat kerja dengan bagus. So the whole entire game tu kita boleh kawal. Dan apa yang nampak Erik Ten Hag sekarang ni, dia menerapkan ball positioning. Maknanya pengawalan daripada segi game. Kita boleh nampak gameplay kita lah. So hopefully next game by next game kita akan nampak more lagi daripada apa yang kita nampak semalam.
Yeah, Dom,
So,
can I
bye-bye.
just comment on that?
Wait, before
Uh,
that, a quick one. Let me just run through some comments. Fred Key Dion. I think if he keeps up playing like this, we don't need the original one lah. This guy will be the original MPJ for us lah. Okay. Mott actually mentioned Brazilian Fred is back. Either that or his brother lah, his twin brother is here lah. Fred got his passport back. Sujay mentioned, looks like we didn't miss Ericsson yesterday for sure. Okay, Mott also mentioned Casemiro Fred combo, the heart of Brazil in United. You forgot another one, Anthony, the one trick pony, almost scored also.
with his one trick.
Another one, okay, Praveen Raj. Fred actually had better passing vision than Bruno in that game. The thing is, he has to keep this momentum. Okay, and lastly, Roger Chu, great game from Fred, but remember, guys, it's still just Spurs. All right, Doc, you wanted to add something just now.
Yeah, I just want to make a note of what Jai said. Right? So Jai said the defense looked solid, and that is why the team performed. I would actually look at it the other way, you know. From the first time, right, it was the midfield that actually supported the defense. And normally what we see is, and we say this game after game, right, we tend to be easily broken through in midfield, right? And yesterday that wasn't the case. So I think it was more the midfield actually doing the breakup job and also shielding the defense to a certain extent. I think also Spurs tactics kind of played into our hands as well. I saw a game against Brighton. This is their style, you know. They sit back and hit on the counter with their speed. But yesterday, every time we tried to counter, it was broken up by our midfielder. So kudos to both Casemiro and Fred. I think they've had a fantastic game in the center midfield and really helped the defense and also moving forward.
Doc, are you surprised in a way? Let's talk a bit about Conte, okay? Because there was one point we were actually, in a merge of actually getting him as the manager, and then I think there were quite a number of United fans, even within our panels, right? We wanted him, right? I mean, knowing that he has a bit of a defensive style of play and whatnot, but then that was what we actually wanted. But watching how they actually played yesterday, right? Do you think that we actually dodged a bullet? And then I think there's a stats also. The game that we played yesterday, right? We did 28 shots or attempt on shots. Okay, I mean, with Conte being the manager, managing this type of top teams, right? This is the first time he encountered such attack and whatnot. So, do you think we actually dodge a bullet by not appointing?
I mean, to look at it as a season in a whole, Spurs have been grinding out results, lah. Correct. So far, they are still on top of us. But I think it's more of maybe he hasn't got his perfect kind of Spurs team yet. We saw him at Chelsea, right? And his gameplay was similar. More of a counter-attacking style, but they were more deadly going forward. Here, I think he still hasn't got that strength in midfield to do that kind of game, lah.
But
Right?
Doc, if you were to say something like that, right? If you're talking about the last transfer window, right? Spurs are one of those teams. I think they are the team that started buying players way on, even in the January transfer window and whatnot, all the way even to the summer transfer window, right? They were getting players whatever players they wanted, they pretty much got everyone, whoever they were linked to, lah.
True. Yeah, maybe had an off day, but actually from the few games I saw them play this season, this looks at their style. Even Brighton dominated the game against them, but they did hit in the counter and won the game. So I guess it's more of their front three, especially with Son and Kane linking up to pierce through defenses. But yesterday I thought our back four was shielded by the midfield, and every time they did break through as well, right? The defense did the job. I mean, De Gea didn't really have any much saves to make as well.
My man of the match, De Gea. I'm saying it right now. Anytime, please, I know you're waiting for it.
I can't take the sarcasm anymore, lah.
Okay, Roger mentioned Casemiro makes the midfield job look so easy. Absolutely love him. Okay, I also admin mentioned Casemiro fulfilling that 60 million price tag. Okay, Jai, pada pendapat you, Maki signing boleh kira lah. Maki signing kita di transfer window yang terbaru ini Casemiro lah. So you rasa berbaloi kita spend money yang macam tu?
Persoalan dia, saya nak tanya lah balik semula sebelum menjawab soalan ni. Kita ada tak sebelum ni midfield yang macam Casemiro? So, whatever pun, kita boleh nampak intercept dia semalam, walaupun dia masih ada lagi sikit error sikit sana sini, tetapi apa yang kita perlukan untuk masa sekarang dekat Casemiro ada. Nak harapkan double pivot McTominay dengan Fred yang buat last season punya game dengan apa yang Casemiro ada sekarang, I rasa dia memang fulfill untuk kita. Sekarang ni kita tengok asset intercept sebab bila betul Doc kata tadi midfield kita buat kerja dan melindungi back four kita jadi bagus. Okay, itu memang job scope diorang. Tapi yang I nampak, apa yang kita kosong sebelum ni, apa yang kita tidak ada di dalam posisi yang Casemiro ada sekarang, Casemiro dah fillkan benda tu. Whatever 60 million ke 100 juta ke whatever lah. Tetapi kita tengok game semalam, kita nampak this is the midfield yang kita nak. Intercept, hantar bola, lindungi defend, lepas tu dia buat attacking. So that is a midfield yang kita nak. Bukan macam midfield yang kita dapat last season yang kita nampak dengan apa yang kita nampak semalam. So pada I, Casemiro yes, tapi kalau boleh dia mungkin lebih boom lagi. Mungkin lepas game by game dia akan lebih boom lagi daripada apa yang dia buat semalam. Itu jawapan daripada fulfill tadi.
Okay, Sonic mentioned
look, I mean it's still just one
legend.
game lah. You know, it's only one game, right? I think in the games leading up to this, so he hasn't been really doing a great job. So yesterday it all came together. The thing is, can we keep this consistency going or not? Or is it just going to be one game and then revert back by the next game? So I think I'll hold my comments on Legend and whether he's worth that 60 million until I see a more consistent sort of performances from Casemiro and Fred both.
I don't know whether Smurf is commenting on Fred or whether it's Casemiro, but basically Casemiro. Okay, yesterday he's not Casemiro. Okay, one solid game after flopping games after game is really nothing to hoo-ha about. He has to do this on a consistent basis before he deserves the praise he is receiving.
We need to get him on air to clarify this. Who's he talking about?
Unfortunately, he got his antivirus on lah. Okay, no, actually, just to add on what Jai actually mentioned just now, Casemiro, I think the previous earlier games, right, he was really sloppy. Okay, sloppy in with regards to his defensive work. All right, as a CDM, you have to hold the fort. I think he was sloppy. But yesterday, right, the mistakes he did was pretty much when he was trying to pass the ball forward. He missed the target and whatnot. So I think in that sense itself, right, I think it's an improvement already. Because again, what we were lacking before this is, passing through the lines and whatnot. We can actually see him doing that. And also Martinez is doing that consistently. And he's actually nailing it. So that is fantastic. It's fantastic progression. All right, okay, let's move on to the next one. All right, there's a lot of comments here talking about the forward. Okay, let's talk about forward yesterday. All right, in the form of Marcus Rashford, Sancho, and also Anthony. A lot of chances. Okay, a lot of chances. Okay, Sujay mentioned, is it Lloris's brilliance or Rashi wasn't effective? All right, so I'm going to go with you, Doc.
I think it's a bit of both lah. I think on another day he would have at least buried two or those three chances lah. I mean, there's a lot of discussion. I think even between Henry and Evra, he went for power, shouldn't he have placed it? Look, these are all split-second decisions lah. He cut past the man, he took the shot. But to be fair to him, that shot was travelling, and Lloris did very well to get something on it and push it out wide, right? For me, if a striker is getting into positions and getting shots like that on target, I won't complain as long as being safe, right? And because eventually they will start going in. As long as they get into positions, they're getting these chances, right? They will start going in after a while. And the more games he gets, remember he's been out for a couple of games as well, right? So the more games he gets, he will get that confidence. On another day, he would have buried it lah. But that being said, if it was Martial, he would have put it in the far corner lah. That is his famous move. Correct or not, Dom?
So are you trying to say that if Martial played yesterday, right, the scoreline would have been like 5-6-0?
No, I just said if Martial had that chance, he would have buried it lah.
You damn potong day. I want to kick you out day.
This is like give a bit and take back. Give a bit and take back.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Okay, so Jai, apa pendapat you? Okay, maybe kita cakap pasal Anthony lah. Anthony, okay, banyak orang cakap dia tu memang one trick pony. Dia cuma tahu buat satu skill saja. Tapi daripada setiap kali dia buat skill itu, either kena palang or maybe saved by the keeper. So apa pendapat you?
Tentang Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Santos.
Anthony Santos, bukan Anthony Martial or Elanga.
Next game itu Anthony Martial Chelsea kita cakap pasal dia 2 jam.
No,
Session 2 jam.
Anthony, pada Anthony dia boleh buat lebih daripada tu sebenarnya. Tetapi yes, memang dia baru dekat dalam United. Tapi kalau you tengok game semalam, you rasa terhibur tak dengan Anthony Santos? Dia punya cara permainan.
Ya, dia
Kan?
boleh, I think dia trick 2 players. There was one time right, dia run past 2 players kan. Itu memang
Yes.
memang before this kita tak nampak lagi dia punya skill yang macam tu. But boleh nampak dia ada
Yes.
kebolehan macam tu lah.
Yes. And then kalau kita nak compare dengan Sancho sekarang, game semalam, efektif tak Anthony dengan Sancho? So, dekat sini kita boleh nampak yang Anthony tu lebih menyelah daripada Sancho. So, for me dia boleh buat lebih daripada itu. Dan setiap kali kalau tanya personal setiap kali game I nak memang Anthony Santos ada dekat dalam first 11. Sebab dia boleh buat something yang kita tak, macam kita boleh nampak Rashford ataupun Sancho sekarang dia boleh buat benda yang biasa, yang kita tak nampak luar biasa. Tapi for me I akan tertunggu-tunggu apa yang Santos ni boleh buat, Anthony Santos ni boleh buat dekat United. So macam kita boleh tengok daripada game City, dia boleh score tengah kena belasah tapi dia still boleh score lagi. Dia punya passion lagi, macam mana dia bawa bola, carry the ball, macam mana dia beat the defend. So dekat sini dia pada dia menyelah. Dia boleh buat lebih daripada apa yang dia boleh buat. So kita kena tunggu dan kena bersabar apa yang dia boleh buat. Dia bukan apa tadi little pony, apa benda pony, satu skill. I nampak banyak skill kot dia buat semalam.
Tapi Jai, you tak risau ke? Okay, maybe sekarang kerana dia baru main berapa game? 4 game dalam Premier League. 5 game lah. 4-5 games lah. Kalau tak silap saya. So maybe kerana sekarang opponent semua dia masih tak tahu lagi cara permainan dia. But over time, macam Bruno dulu sama juga, bila dia masuk fantastic. I boleh cakap impact dia maybe more than Anthony sekarang. Lama kelamaan bila orang dah tahu cara dia main, inverted cut dalam rembat bola ke atau skill dia yang lebih kurang macam tu, you tak risau ke dia akan drop nanti sampai seketika nanti?
No lah, kalau kata dia drop, kita jual je lah. kan? Buat apa kita nak pening kepala, kita jual je lah. Sebab tak, for me lah, kalau buat masa sekarang ni kita kita rasa terhibur dan kita rasa apa saja yang Anthony boleh buat, kita admit saja. Sebab kita jangan fikir dia akan flop ke apa whatever, kita tak tahu akan datang, mungkin dia lebih berkembang duduk dalam Manchester United. Macam contohlah ada PSV Eindhoven punya striker ke apa ke, dia cakap dia akan berkembang kat dalam Manchester United. Kita tengok potensi Anthony Santos. Kalau katakan Anthony Santos tidak berkembang, kita jual. It's easy, senang, mudah. Buat apa kita nak pening-pening kepala, kan?
Okay. Smurf. Rashi is a better politician. Too many opportunities given and is simply not paying off. Might as well ETH start focusing on someone more reliable who will pay off. Okay, Adam Koo cakap, don't double standard. To me, Rashford not clinical enough. Imagine that chances was for Ronaldo and he failed to score. Speaking about Ronaldo. Wait. No, sorry, control yourself. You are talking about Rashford now, right? We are talking about Rashford. Okay, I'm going to ask. Okay, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you about Rashford. Rashford, all right. So, what's your take on his performance yesterday? And also, I forgot to bring up the comment by Andre that mentioned that he should actually use his brain in a way, use his brain more before he actually, just simply whack the ball and whatnot. What's your take on that?
I think Rashford was quite lively and he was crisp, he was fast. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good. All good.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear? Sorry, you gotta.
Yeah, so I think Rashford was quite good. He was fast. He was crisp.
Important part not yet. The important part is not here yet. Okay. Warm up. Rashford, go.
See all his
Man,
shots, please.
no,
I think
man,
Rashford
no,
was
no,
quite good.
no,
He can
no,
express
no. Okay,
himself.
you want to,
He was
okay,
making runs. He was very lively.
Said,
He was being the threat for the
Said, I
for the
think you
team.
got some connection problem. You try and restart, reboot again, all right? Just when he don't want to talk about other players, but never mind, all right, Doc, I'm going to pass that question to you, all right? The comment by Henri, that in a way, I think he's trying to say that Rashford does not has the composure to actually look up, and make the right decisions when it's needed. What's your take on that?
Oh, that's a tough one. But I would actually put it down to him not starting enough games, I mean, how many times have we seen him running on through one-on-ones, placing it calmly past the keeper, not using power? He's done it many times before. I mean, the guy who's got almost 100 goals for United, right? And he's calm in finishing positions before. I guess yesterday, maybe anxious a little bit or whatever it is, but yeah, but 2 out of the 3 were fantastic saves by Lloris lah. On another day, those have been goals.
Rashi like to bang humans. This comment. Is Said disrespecting Coach Dom by leaving? Don't do it. Not here, right? Don't bring your back on me. Okay, maybe Said, maybe you want to add on a bit on Rashford. Said, are you there? Dude.
But I don't think. Can you guys catch me?
Yeah,
can listen and see me?
We can hear you, but you're lagging a bit. You got to fix it now, Said. Oh my God. Said.
This is karma lah. All those jokes about Mr. Freeze.
I think.
By the way, Coach Dom,
Okay,
can I ask you then? I ask the question back to you. Do you think that we are being a bit harsh on Rashford just for one game, a couple of times?
I think he has more than one game already in the pocket. You're not talking about somebody who is returning from injury, given like half an hour or 15 minutes to perform and whatnot, right? I think he has been given a string of games, and he's given the trust by the manager. Press conference king, all right, coming out saying that Rashford will be an important part in his in his philosophy, in his team and whatnot. So I believe he should actually do better. That's the thing about Rashford all this while. We always joke that he ran into walls and whatnot, right? At least we don't really see that much already, I think, in the last 2 games or so. But then I think being a striker, I mean, if he's going to take the role of the number 9, he has to be clinical. This kind of stuff, I mean, we have seen it before. I mean, he has the ability, So maybe this time around, he needs to actually calm down, be more composed, look up. Like what a lot of the comments they're saying, he needs to look up and stuff like that and make the correct decisions. It's like he has the ability and whatnot. If you're talking about game time, I think he has ample of game time, but he has to start performing soon, right? But eventually,
but for me, he has been performing this season. He has been scoring more consistently than the other front three, actually. So
if you look at the goals, definitely. But of course, it's something like Bruno kind of situation. I would say if you look at stats, it's one thing, but when you watch them playing, it's another thing altogether. But I believe that he will, I mean, given more game time, definitely, but he will definitely improve. Why? Is because once Ronaldo and Martial, they are fit, right? They take up the number 9 role. Rashford will be moved to the left, then he will prosper there. That's my take on that. Okay, wait. Smooth mentioned a good combine. At the moment, he'll be a better bet on the left compared to Sancho. At the moment, this is actually very, very true. Okay, Jadon Sancho. What's wrong with Jadon Sancho? Okay, we have been talking a lot about Marcus Rashford. Let's move on to Jadon Sancho. Maybe Jadon Sancho. Kenapa dia macam dah hilang dia punya keinginan, dia punya macam mana cakap. Tadi you compare kan Anthony dengan Sancho. Anthony you boleh tengok dia at least he's trying to do something. Sancho macam tak ada confidence sekarang. Apa pendapat you?
No, actually kadang-kadang kalau kita ambil contoh Luke Shaw dengan Malaysia tau. Okay. Bukan maksud dia bila Luke Shaw dia tak perform and then Alex Telles datang and then dia perform. And then Luke Shaw tak perform and then ambil Malaysia and then Luke Shaw kembali kepada permainan dia. So dalam United sepatutnya Sancho dia tidak boleh dalam keadaan selesa. Dia sebenarnya mungkin dia agak selesa sebab tidak ada tidak ada pesaing pada dia. So jadi mungkin dekat situ mengganggu dia punya prestasi. Cuma kita kena faham tau sebab kadang-kadang pemain ni dia ada masa dia naik dan ada masa dia turun tau. Mungkin sebab fitness level dia, mungkin sebab mood dia, mungkin sebab macam-macam mungkin lah. So dekat sini Erik Ten Hag ada peranan lah untuk naikkan atau macam kita cakap Santos tadi lah. Sebab kita nak tengok potensi perkembangan dia bagus ke tak bagus ke. Sebab kita boleh nampak Sancho kadang-kadang okey dan lately ni dia agak tak okey. Mungkin ada sebab faktor-faktor lain. Mungkin sebabkan dia, macam saya cakap tadi, mungkin sebabkan dia selesa dengan dia punya posisi. Mungkin sebabkan dia tidak fokus. Mungkin tidak dapat banyak bola pun boleh mengakibatkan dia tidak nampak dia menonjol. Mungkin. So kita tak boleh ambil satu game ataupun dua game. Kita kena ambil dua, tiga ataupun 4 game baru nampak dia macam mana dia punya permainan. So dekat sini mungkin dia agak selesa. Itu mungkin. Erik Ten Hag kena fikirkan macam mana nak angkat paradigma pada prestasi Sancho sendiri.
Okay, comment by VJ Krish. Banyak orang slagging Rashford. His play in pressing, stretching the front line and pulling defenders to him was good to watch. Okay, Syed, let's try. What's your take on the comment by VJ just now?
Yeah, I think that's completely right and completely true. This is what we have been seeing. Like, he's expressing more. He's being sharp. He's being crisp, especially coming back from the injury from last season or 1.5 season before. So I think there is more to come from Rashford, but we all know he's not a center striker. He's not a number 9. You would not expect him to be the main guy in the middle of the field to score a lot of goals. We can see like this game and also in the Newcastle game, he missed a couple of headers. So we can see he don't have that instinct of a striker, but he can break the lines. He can push the defenders to more. He can create chances. He can do a lot of good things, but he can score goals as well. But I think need another number 9 to support Rashford would be nice. But I think so far, I saw another comment like they are saying like he's banging on the people, but I think still he got more goals than Ronaldo.
Okay,
because I thought Ronaldo is competing with Alisson and Pickford, like 1 goal and an assist in the Premier League, but still he got.
Wait, hold it. Chill. All right, that means we are just trying to confirm whether you got a good internet connection. Okay, Doc. Question to you. Okay, I'm going to give you a chance now. Okay, let's talk a bit about David De Gea. All right, we can actually see with a more solid defense and of course in the form of midfield, in the form of Casemiro and whatnot. Right, he's a bit more confident right now. Okay, distribution is improving. All right, not there yet, but he's improving. All right, so do you think that maybe right we can save, because we are linked with this other goalkeeper, Diego Costa or whatnot, right? We are linked to him and whatnot. So do you think maybe we should save the money and put it somewhere else and we rely on David De Gea?
Again, it depends what Erik Ten Hag wants lah. Eventually, right? Whether he's okay with a keeper who's a good shot stopper and decent on the ball, or he really wants a guy who's really good on the ball but a decent shot stopper. So eventually, it depends on how he wants to play. But if you ask me, it's I think that looking at how our squad is thin. We're lacking in certain areas, right back, left back. I still think all of them are not up to par. Although Dalot is looking a little bit better, right? But if he's 1 card away from suspension, if he gets suspended, we've got nobody, right? Looks like we need another proper clinical striker, probably another attacking midfielder. So there are a lot of other areas that I think will be more critical to fill. You can't fill everything at once, right? And at least, to be honest, and people will say I'm biased or whatnot, Player FC or biased or whatnot, but you can see he's making the effort. He's making the effort to push up a little bit higher. His starting position now is at the edge of the box. He came out yesterday to actually clear one, and even with Buatan there was no confusion. He just took charge. He cleared it out first, talk about it later. I mean, you can see that he's at least trying to adapt, right? So eventually, whether Erik Ten Hag is happy with that or wants to go with a more ball-playing goalkeeper at the cost of maybe shot-stopping, eventually we wouldn't know. But yeah, if you ask me at this point of time, you can see that he's trying. It looks a little bit more settled. We've kept 3 clean sheets in the last 3 games. Defense looks a bit more settled. Everybody looks happy. I think that may be an area that we may want to stall and strengthen other areas first.
Okay, Smurf mentioned he seems more confident now without Maguire, end of story. Okay, Jai, centre back pairing, I nak tanya you. Tadi before we go live, we were talking about Spurs punya forward in the form of Harry Kane dengan Son. Sebelum game tu memang kita sebagai fan United, kita tahu cara Spurs hit on the break. Mereka ada dua player yang full of pace and of course clinical in a way lah, these two players lah. So apa pendapat you tentang defense kita semalam mereka pair up against Harry Kane dengan Son?
No, actually I tak nampak pun sebenarnya Harry Kane dengan Son semalam. Tak nampak langsung. So dekat sini kita boleh nampak yang I nampak Martinez dengan Varane. Varane kan world defender. You pun tahu kan. Siapa yang kecam dia dulu, kita dah boleh nampak dah. Dia punya pairing antara Martinez dengan Varane. Sebab I nampak diorang lebih alert tau. Martinez lebih alert dengan apa yang ada dekat bila diorang macam Hotspur nak attack, dia lebih cepat untuk intercept apa yang diorang tengah nak. Diorang tak sempat nak fikir lah. That's why I cakap. Diorang tak sempat nak hantar bola kat dekat Son dengan Harry Kane. Martinez dah buat intercept. So dekat sini kita perlu kekalkan defense yang kita ada ni, yang solid ni, Varane dengan Martinez. Walaupun Martinez tak cukup tinggi whatever, tapi yang I nampak dia ibarat macam lebih kurang tunjang lah dalam pasukan United. That's why I cakap back four kita bagus, midfield kita akan berpengaruh sebab Casemiro berpengaruh dekat tengah. Yang kena buat kerja, kita punya attacking. Attacking kita boleh kena gol kan. So maknanya pair kita perlu dikekalkan. Kita tak perlu fikir pasal Maguire, Lindelof ke apa. Sebab kita ada world defender. Varane dan Martinez. So perlu dikekalkan. Solid.
You pun ada adik kembar kan?
Saya? Tak ada. Tak ada kembar. Tak ada kembar.
Itu video lama dah. Obsolete dah. Tak tengok dah video lama dulu lah.
Itu last season lah bro.
Okay, maybe Syed, maybe you want to touch up before we close up, Syed, anything you want to touch up on the defense, on the goalkeeper David De Gea and also our back four. Our back five lah.
I mean, it's true. Like De Gea has been improving. We know he's a good shot stopper. Sometimes he frees, but sometimes he can make saves. But I think now it's like 3 clean sheets in a row for De Gea, which is quite impressive. And with the help of Martinez and Varane, I think they all, as a defensive unit, they all look very solid. Especially now Shaw is back, and Dalot has been very impressive for the whole season now. And especially it's not only the defense and the keeper; it's also about the whole spine. When you have Casemiro in front of Varane and Martinez, they are also confident. And when De Gea has Varane and Martinez, he's also confident. So I think each layer of the field, they're all supporting to each other. So I think it's a good side for all of us. But De Gea is not a solutionless because we know somebody who can fit into the Erik ten Hag way about distributing more, creating more chances and sweeping as well. But I think for now 3 clean sheets in a row. So good job from De Gea and also good job from the whole defense. But yesterday, I think he wasn't even that much. There was only 1 or 2 saves he made, but he was not as much.
Okay, maybe let's do a round robin now, right? Man of the match, right? Let's start with Doc first, lah. Doc, who's your man of the match?
Oh, for me, very close lah. But I know most people go with Bruno, but I'm actually going to go with Fred. I thought Fred was fantastic yesterday. Apart from the goal, apart from his assist, I thought in midfield he dominated. He actually, some parts he actually pulled out some Brazilian skills to actually get past people in the byline. I thought he was at the center and the heart of everything that we did yesterday going forward.
Okay, Jai, man of the match.
Man of the match, Erik ten Hag. Because why? Dia letak Cristiano Ronaldo dekat luar, and then dia tak masukkan Maguire. Then dia serap banyak tekanan. So dan lagi satu, dia kalahkan Klopp, dia kalahkan Arteta, and then dia kalahkan favourite fan punya replace Ole before Conte. So man of the match of Erik ten Hag.
Okay, Syed, man of the match.
I think I will go for Cristiano Ronaldo to walking off the pitch early. So now at least everybody knows what kind of player he is. I mean, we talk about elite mentality, but now I think there was stomach ache, there was something, he was wrong, and then he has to leave. So he has the courage. He has the guts to leave the stadium in the middle of the match. So man of the match, Cristiano Ronaldo. But I mean, jokes aside, I think Bruno Fernandes was really good. And again, man of the match, Cristiano Ronaldo, because of his absence, Bruno Fernandes can play 10 out of 10. So I think man of the match, Ronaldo, and also Bruno Fernandes.
Okay. I know there are a lot of United fans who are pro Cristiano Ronaldo, but let's just quickly, we don't have much time. Let's talk about this. Like Cristiano Ronaldo walking out of the stadium when there's still like few more minutes left, right? Okay, he's doing like a Jose Mourinho type of move, and Eric Diaz stomach pain kind of situation. I don't know what's the situation. So maybe Doc, what's your take on this drama yesterday?
Well, whatever said and done, I think walking off before the end of the game is probably disrespectful to the team, especially when you're winning. But I still don't understand why half the United fans are going on and on about this every single game. Lah. Okay? We just came out with the best performance in the whole season so far. We beaten Liverpool, we beaten Arsenal, but we didn't look as good in any of those games. We came through with a counter-attacking style. Yesterday was one we really dominated and won with so many chances scored. And yet, our United fans, all they can talk about is Cristiano Ronaldo. Sad.
But
sad.
Doc, wait.
But because of Ronaldo, we played better. You have to come to this point. Because of the absence of Ronaldo, we performed the better football.
Ronaldo has not played in many games. We didn't perform. You are just picking on this one game just because we won. Other games, he didn't play. He's only played how many? 2 full games this season?
Without Ronaldo, we won 8 games. With Ronaldo, we only won 2 games.
He only played 2 games, right? What are you talking about?
This statement,
on the beginning.
This statement, Roger's statement, all right, he could have sat on the bench and we wouldn't be talking about this. Exactly. This is what I want to ask you guys.
Because he's irrelevant now.
I can tell you what you talk about.
The way the game actually turned out, right? The way that we actually turned out, the way the team actually played, the way that, how to say that, the players actually perform, right? For after God knows how long, why walk away? Why walk away? If just say we are being trashed like the City game or whatnot, I agree, I understand. But this is not like a disappointing kind of situation and whatnot. Okay, Jai, you nak tambah tadi.
Okay, ada 3 benda. Satu, Cristiano punya attitude memang tak boleh diterima. Okay? Attitude apa yang dia buat memang tak boleh diterima as a professional. Kedua, dia mungkin takut bini. Sebab bini dia mungkin tutup pintu. Ketiga, mungkin dia tidur sekali dengan dia punya set complete. So for me, attitude itu adalah sangat tak boleh diterima. For me lah, attitude apa yang dia buat. So kita tak tahu apa reason dia, tapi for me, apa yang kita tengok daripada game semalam, memang attitude tu whatever professional pun tak boleh terima apa yang dia buat. Sebab kita belum habis walaupun kita dah menang. Kita belum habis game. So dia tak boleh walk away macam tu. Yeah, betul, dia legend apa semua, tapi for attitude apa yang kita nampak, apa yang fan nampak, apa yang bench player, academy ke whatever yang tengok kat luar tu, dia mungkin tengok pada attitude apa yang Ronaldo buat. Sebab kita belum habis lagi game. Dia tak boleh buat macam tu. That is not
But Dom, I don't agree with what Roger said. He could have sat on the bench and we wouldn't be talking about this. Not rubbish. Because every game when we win without him, there's a lot of fans who come out and say, oh, we won because Ronaldo was not there.
No, but the other games he did not walk out of the game.
It doesn't matter. The talk was still about him, wasn't it? The talk was that, oh, we won because he's not there. He sits on the bench, he walks out. Our own fans, who's still our player, right? And he scored a winner just 2 weeks back. We're still talking about him game after game. When the rest of the team perform, the rest of the team don't perform, everything is Ronaldo.
Okay, Roger mentioned he could have talked to the manager privately. He knows exactly what he was doing by walking off in front of the whole world, disrespectful to the team, the manager, and the club as whole. Smurf mentioned Jai is right, it's wrong to walk away. Okay, so
thank you, Smurf. Thank you.
Do you think, okay, we are at the end of the show, okay, last comment from you, right? Is there any way that actually Ronaldo can actually come back from this situation that he put himself into?
I think he needs realization big time. He's the best player in the world for a long time, but not anymore. He is irrelevant now. I mean, without him, with him, he is not making any difference. Without him, yes, he's making difference because we are playing better football. So I think he needs to humble. He needs to realize that his time has up. In the summer, his agent Mendes, they walk all around the Europe. Nobody wants to sign him. I think 9 or 10 clubs rejected him. So it's a big time realization for Ronaldo to know, like, okay, at least he has been stayed in Manchester United. He can play some Europa leagues. He can play 20 minutes, 30 minutes when it is needed, but he don't have to show any attitude. I mean, nobody is bigger than the club. I think either Ronaldo or maybe any legend, David Beckham, or you can say Ryan Giggs, or maybe Rooney, or maybe Sir Alex Ferguson. Nobody is bigger than the club. So I think he needs to get humble down. He need to tone down. He need to realize that, okay, his time has up, and it's better. I think we have to let him go in January.
You say nobody is bigger than the club, yet after our best performance of the season, you are still talking about Ronaldo leaving, walking out.
Because he actually walked out. That's the thing.
Then
It's not
obviously
I don't
your
know.
statement is
I don't
correct.
know.
Then he's bigger than the club because after our best performance of the season, you're talking about him walking out, which is not important. After
that's
everybody
unprofessional.
put together the best performance of the season side,
Because
we are
of-
more interested in talking about Ronaldo walking out. And you tell me that
because
nobody is
I
bigger
want
than
that,
the club.
I want that to be continued. I want the team to play without Ronaldo because we are playing the better football. You also admit we played the best.
I want
football
to see
under
this on a more consistent basis, not just one game. Let's
Yeah,
let's
so-
take a look back just the week before against what? Newcastle. The week before against Everton. They were
So
not
we-
playing well.
but Ronaldo played 70 minutes, and after
Okay,
Ronaldo, we
guys.
created more chances.
Okay. I think we have enough of the Ronaldo talk. All right. It's okay. Moderator. All right. He's moderating everything. It's wrong to walk away, but we should focus on the win. Give the spotlight to the players who perform. And with that, I'm going to say my man of
Exactly.
the match. My man of the match is David De Gea. Okay, happy dog. Very good, please stop. Very good, please stop.
3 in a row, man of the match.
Aduh.
Okay, we are at the end of the show. Okay, like usual, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Good night.
Hati lah tu.